Welcome back. This is video number 11 as we go through the key passages of the Summa Theologia. I'm Dave Palmer. Thanks for joining me. And remember in the last video, we talked about God not only being perfect, but being perfection itself. Okay, this was the second attribute of God. And it's interesting at this point in the Summa, because that was Article 1 of question 4. Now we're in Article 2, the very next one. And rather than going on to the next attribute of God, Thomas does something very interesting because he ties in the creature as perfect in some cases to the perfection of God. And so Thomas is always trying to not just stay with God, but relate it to our experience of the world. And so I have a picture up there of palm trees and a beach and the sand. I personally am a beach guy. My favorite vacations are on the ocean, going into the water, being on the beach. And so there's a certain perfection in my mind of that kind of vacation. Yours might be, different than that. It might be in the mountains or rock climbing or something like that. But we all have ideas of things that are perfect. So Thomas is asking here whether the perfections of all things are in God. And this is a very, very important concept in the Summa Theologia because it has to do with our everyday experience of the world, where we say, wow, that was like a perfect hot fudge sundae or a perfect friend or a perfect sunset, right? All created perfections are in God. Hence, he is spoken of as universally perfect because he lacks not any excellence which may be found in any genus. This may be seen from two considerations. First, because whatever perfection exists in an effect must be found in the effective cause, either in the same formality as in a univocal agent, as when a man reproduces man, or in a more eminent degree if it is an equivocal agent, thus in the Son, the likeness of whatever is generated by the Son's power, right? This is really important because it's connecting cause and effect. Okay, we see all these effects in the world. We see the sunset and the beautiful baby or the grasshopper or the rose, and sometimes we just stop there. But we got to say that's an effect, and there's a cause, and there's a relationship between this cause and this effect. Thomas goes on and says, now it is plain that the effect pre-exists virtually in the efficient cause, and although to pre-exist in the potentiality of a material cause is to pre-exist in a more imperfect way, since matter as such is imperfect and an agent as such is perfect, still to pre-exist virtually in the efficient cause is to pre-exist not in a more imperfect, but in a more perfect way. Okay, so God in a sense is in the perfections that we observe, relate to every single day. And again, I'm beating this horse, and I continue to talk about this. We've got to be able to relate our everyday life experience to God and trace it back and have that curiosity, that thankfulness, that gratitude of saying, you know what, I just saw a beautiful flower. Thank you, God, because in the perfection of what I just experienced, I can come to know God. I can come to know you. And that's important when we can make that switch. All right, since therefore God is the first effective cause of things, the perfection of all things must pre-exist in God in a more eminent way. So next time you are on vacation and you're able to witness something like this, the palm trees and the beach, or whatever your vacation is, maybe just swimming in the pool or something like that, trace it back to God. It's very important that we do that because it not only gives honor to God, but it also helps us put into context the things that we're experiencing on a daily basis. Okay? Thanks for joining me. This is number 11 of Key Passages of the Summa Theologia.